during the search. To be frank, she's entitled to have 2 witnesses. So, if, for example, an expensive vase is broken by mistake, and the police claim that it was broken before, it is not just her word against theirs. And so, I think you will agree that is fair. Well, my understanding is that she has asked you to be her witness. Exactly so. You are Mr. Hollard's friend, aren't you?
Well, I taught him in Cambridge, after he left Czechoslovakia.
A brave man?
Yes, a change of language and culture.
He walked through a minefield in 1962. Brave.
Perhaps he was simply desperate.
Perhaps a little ungrateful. The state, you know, educated him, fed him for 18 years. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
But he came back in the spring of '68.
Yes.
A miscalculation.
How do you mean?
Well, there are a lot of things wrong in England, but it's still not a serious crime against the state to put forward a philosophical view which is not fine favour of the government.
Professor, Hollard is charged with currency offences. There is a black market in hard currency. It is illegal. We cannot have laws about philosophy. He is an ordinary criminal. A penalty for us, I'm afraid.
Yes, I can hear.
Broadbent made a bad tackle when Damel had a certain goal. What you call it? A necessary foul.
A professional foul.
Yes. Not good for you. So, you've had a philosophical discussion with Hollard.
I believe you implied that I was free to go. I'm quite sure you know Holler visited me in my hotel last night. It was a social call which I was returning when I walked into this. And furthermore, I knew nothing about being a witness. I was prevented from leaving. I only came to say hello and to meet Pavel's wife on my way to the football.
Oh, so you came to Czechoslovakia to go to the football match, Professor?
No, certainly not. But the afternoon of the colloquium was devoted to it. Well, it was not a condition of my invitation that I should attend all the sessions. I was invited to speak, not to listen. I'm speaking tomorrow morning.
Why should I know that Hollard visited you at the hotel?
Well, he told me he was often followed.
When a man is known to be engaged in meeting foreigners to buy currency.
Oh, I don't believe any of that. He was being harassed because of his letter to Husak.
A letter to President Husak? What sort of letter?
Your people knew about it?
It's not a crime to write to the president.
No doubt that depends on what's written.
Oh, you mean he wrote some sort of slander?
I insist on leaving now.
Of course. You know, your taxi driver has made a complaint against you.
What are you talking about?
He never got paid.
Well, yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, you are not to blame. My officer told him to go.
Yes, that's right.
Still, he is very unhappy. He says you told him you would be 5 minutes. You were delivering something.
How could I have told him that? I don't speak Czech.
You showed him 5 on your watch. And you did all those things that people do when they talk to each other without the language. He's quite certain that you were delivering something in your briefcase.
Yes, all right. But it was not money.
No, of course not. You are not a criminal.
No, quite so. But I promised to bring him 1 or 2 of the colloquium papers. He naturally has an interest in philosophy. I assume it's not illegal?
Naturally not. Then you won't mind showing me. Ethical fictions as ethical foundations. Philosophy and the catastrophe theory. You will wish to go to the football? You will see 20 minutes, perhaps more.
No, I'm going back to the university, to the colloquium.
Vonus there?
Mrs. Hollard would like you to remain.
No, I'm sorry. If you spoke to the taxi driver, you must have known perfectly well I was going to the England match.
Soudru kapitáne, tohle bylo schováno pod podlahou.
To není pravda, tomu tam někdo dal. Nevěřte mu to, prosím vás. Teď on lže.
Mrs. Holler?
Yeah, you top of the running, please. Okay. Prague, Saturday. There'll be checks bouncing in the streets of Prague tonight as bankruptcy stares English football in the face. Stop. New car. It's open. Make no mistake, comma, the 4-goal credit which these slick Slovaks netted here this afternoon will keep them in the black through the second leg of the World Cup Eliminator at Wembley next month. Stop. New par. Yes? You can bank on it.
I'm next door.
Bank on it. New par. Look, can you come back? New par, yeah. But for some determined saving by third choice Jim Bart in the injury-jinxed England goal, we would have been overdrawn by 4 more when the books were closed. Stop. Maybe Napoleon was wrong when he said we were a nation of shopkeepers. Stop. Today, England looked like a nation of goalkeepers. Stop. Davy, Petherbridge and Shell all made saves on the line. New par.
Do you mind if I listen, because I missed the match?
Dickinson and Pratt were mostly left standing by Volker with a W and Demel, D Dog, E Edward, M Mother, L London, who could go round the halls as a telepathy act. Stop. Only Crisp looked as if he had a future outside Madame Tussauds. AUDS. Stop. He laid on the 2 best chances, comma, both wasted by Pratt, who skied one and stubbed his toe on the other. Stop. Crisp's, apostrophe S, comment from where I was sitting looked salt and vinegar flavoured. Stop.
Wilson, who would like to be thought the big bad man of the English defence, looked merely slow-footed and slow-witted. Stop. Demel, D-E, M Mother L, Demel got round him 5 times on the trot bracket, literally, close bracket, using the same swerve, comma, making Wilson look elephantine in everything but memory. Stop. On the 5th occasion, there was nothing to prevent Demel scoring, except what Broadbent took it on himself to do, which was to scythe down Demel from behind. Stop. Halles scored from the penalty. Stop. Can I help you?